This is the exact strategy that you can use to generate more leads for your personal brand. And so that you don't have to go through a long-winded intro and just points that are not relevant to what you're wanting to learn, I'm going to show you the exact strategy that I use for my 7-figure business. So let's jump into a screen share right now so I can show you the exact strategy that I use to generate leads for my personal brand. Let's go. Now, it all starts with a piece of content. I prefer YouTube, but this strategy does also work with any other form of content that you want to use. So they watch your content or your training video. Then from there, they download a lead magnet. And this is the core element for how you generate more leads. Every single piece of content that I've ever released for this brand and also my other brand, it always has this one core element. And that is that I'm inviting users to get some extra training for free. And that's what we call a lead magnet. And the process that happens there is that the user downloads a lead magnet, but in order to get access to that free training or that free teaching tool, they need to submit their email. And that is the core of the process, because what happens from there is that they then enter into my sales funnel. And then when they're in that sales funnel, that's why I go through and give them extra bonus training. So we go above and beyond what we promised to them. And then we also do a sales process. But what you need to make sure that this works is that you need to make sure that they find value in this lead magnet. So if you've got this in place in your business and it's not working, these are the two things that are happening here. Firstly, you don't have a strong enough sales email funnel, or secondly, your lead magnet is not high quality, because what needs to happen is for this to work, they need to find value. And what we mean by finding value in your lead magnet is they need to be able to apply what you're teaching. And not only do they need to be able to apply it, it needs to work. So it needs to either generate some extra income for their business, or it needs to save them money in their business. Or if you're working in a hobby niche, you need to achieve the goal of you teaching them the step-by-step process of what they're wanting to learn. And when you've got those elements in play, they then go through and buy your course. Now, instead of a course, it could be a coaching program, it could be an online paid community, whatever the situation is, but that is the sales loop and the journey that you're wanting to take people on. And every piece of content that I release always gives an invitation for someone to download a lead magnet so that they can then go through this process. And now that you know that strategy, I want to show you the results. Now, the data that you're looking at for here is for my other brand, and that's where I go through and teach people how to use Google Ads. What I want to show you through here is you can see here that over the last 28 days, we've had 190,000 views. If we move that to the last year, you can see that we've had 2.4 million views. Now, the reason for why a lot of content creators fail is because they just focus on the views and then also the AdSense revenue, and that's really their full focus. But in my business, what we look at doing is that when we get these views, what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to invite them to download one of our lead magnets so that we can then continue to nurture that sale through extra training and then also our sales offers. And what I want to show you how effective this has been, so you can see we're looking at here, this is the last 12 months. So from these 2.4 million views, we've got over 80,000 new leads into our database. And then when we look at our last month of results, you can see that we had just under 7,300 opt-ins. So every month we're getting over 7,000 leads. And these are high quality leads heading into our business. And what you may be able to work out there from the views that we had over the year through to the 80,000 opt-ins, we're converting at around about 3.5%. So for every 100 views of any of my videos, we're getting between 3 to 4 leads into our business. So now that I've shown you the strategy that I use to generate over 7,000 high quality leads for my brand every single month, and I've also gone through and show you how effective it is, what I want to take you through now is why this is so effective and the core elements that you need so that this can also be successful for your personal brand. And it all comes down to trust and authority. Now, most people can get a grasp of how that whole lead magnet process works. In any of your training videos, you send people through to an opt-in page where they submit their email to then access some extra training. That process is not new, and it's definitely not a process that I created. But where a lot of people fall down is that they're trying to do this without first building trust and authority with their audience. And the reason for why these two principles are so important is because with trust, before the user will use an opt-in form, they need to first trust that you will respect their details and you'll only send them relevant emails. And then secondly, before they even consider doing that, you also need to show that you've got authority in this topic. And what we mean by that is that they need to know that you've got the experience, skills, and knowledge in order to actually teach them what they're wanting to learn. So for the rest of this video is I want to break down the simple way that you can build trust and authority with your audience so you can really take full effect of this strategy of building a never-ending supply of high-quality leads for your personal brand. But just to help you even further, what I do want to do, I want to give you access to my 6-figure funnel building kit, because let's face it, you can have all the leads in the world, but if you don't have a high converting sales funnel, you're never going to convert those leads into students for your course or students for your coaching programs or paid community members or whatever it is that you want to monetize your personal brand with. So if you want to get access to see the strategy that I use and also get access to all of the email copies that I use, and these are high converting emails that have been the core foundation of my 7-figure business. If you want to get access to all of that amazing content, all you need to do is to follow that link in the description below. All right, so now let's get back to how you can build trust and authority with your audience. And for me, the fastest way to achieve this is by offering free, high quality, long form content on YouTube, somewhere between 8 to 30 minutes per training video. And to put it simply, for this content to work, you need to share real high value teaching that the viewers can implement and that they actually see a positive change after implementing what you've been recommending for them to do. And unfortunately, really bad trends that I see on YouTube is that many creators go down this path of looking for high trending topics or high trending searches and then trying to force their program to match that high teaching topic. And what they do is they give a little bit of an introduction, but then in the video, they don't really give any value at all. All they're really doing is they're trying to make a video that's relevant to a high trending topic so that they can then sell their online courses or programs or whatever they're wanting to sell. Now, let me make it clear, I have no problem at all with content creators monetizing their audience through selling their online coaching programs or courses or paid communities, because I believe that is the best way for content creators in order to build a sustainable income. But what I don't like and what I don't think is an effective strategy is going after the viral topics and trying to mend your content for that and not really giving any value. Because what you want to achieve is you want to achieve a win-win situation. You need to make sure that your content is a win for the viewer first, and then it is also a win for you, the content creator. Let me explain that. For this content to be a win for the viewer is that when they click on your video, it needs to deliver what you promised that it would deliver. So you need to be able to give some very clear and practical steps on how they can complete the process. They've gone to YouTube to try and solve a problem. Your video needs to solve that problem. So for the viewer, they've gained some free content which has solved some initial problems. Now let's move over to how that can then be a win for the content creator. And the way that that becomes a win for the content creator is, as I spoke about before, if you also include a high quality lead magnet that the user can download, they then get some extra training for free. And then because they've been able to implement the training that they've got for free through your video, and then also the extra training that they've got through your lead magnet, if they then decide to take the relationship a step further and join one of your courses, coaching programs, or paid communities, that then becomes a win for the creator as well. And for me, that is the perfect win-win. And that's where the trust and authority comes into it, is because if you've built that trust and authority, the viewer is more than happy to pay the money because you've given them so much value. Where this all goes wrong is, as a content creator, if you're purely just focusing on leads and not really using your content to firstly help people and then help them along their journey of learning, because my firm belief and what I've seen in my own business, if you have that focus of helping the viewer and then giving them an invitation to access more training, it's the fastest way that you can build not only high quality leads, but you can also convert that lead into a sale for your business. So to successfully generate more leads for your personal brand, you need to focus on high value free teaching content that actually helps people along their learning journey. Thank you for joining me. My name is Aaron Young from 7-Figure Coaching. And remember, if you want to get access to my 6-figure funnel building kit so you can convert your leads over to sales, make sure you follow that link in the description below. And if you would also like to learn the fastest way to start building your own 7-figure brand, go through and watch this video right here. See you next time.